Hey, what is going on? This is Super Simple Fixes, and today we are going to be looking at how to use Microsoft Excel, the basics. So before we get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks a lot. Okay, right now we are looking at the template page, which is the first page after you get into Excel Online. There are lots of different versions of Excel. I have Excel 2007, which is, it's really similar. If you learn one version of Excel, you can basically transfer it over to the different version. But this one is Excel Online, and I have my cursor in red, as you can see, so that it's easier for you to see. Um, right now we're on the template page, and there are lots of pre-made templates that you can use so that you don't have to start from scratch. But it's nice to start from scratch just to teach someone, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. I have one started on another tab, and you can kind of see here what I did. I've already typed in some stuff. Um, let's see here. We're going to make this a little bit bigger. And there we go. Okay. All right. So just to start off, this is cell A1. These are called cells. And it's A1 because it's under column A and row 1. And you can see that it's actually written right here. So if I went over here and I'm like, I don't know what cell I'm in, which is important sometimes because you might start doing formulas, basic formulas. You can see you're under column B and row 3. So 900, this first 900 is B3. And you can see that right over here. Okay, so once I start typing stuff, you can type in whatever you want in a certain cell, like that, right? And if I hit enter, the box goes down one. So right now I'm just going to erase that because I kind of set these up already, right? All right, so I'm going to kind of go over this top row, most of this top row right here. There's a lot of tabs here, and I'm not going to do all that for now, but I'm going to do most of this top row, okay? And just by, I'm going to do this by functionality, not by order. So if I'm looking at this thing and I say, well, I kind of want these numbers over to the right. So if you wanted to do that, you can go ahead and take this align and hit right align, and you can bring it over to the right, or I can bring it back to the middle if I wanted to. Okay. I notice that this month, November, has an R that is kind of cut off. You can actually, you see how when I go right up here on the side, the right side of C, it splits, my cursor splits, means that I can actually drag it out. Click your mouse, hold it, and drag it out to the right, and you can give yourself some more room. Same thing over here. It splits. Do the left cursor key, hold it, drag it over, and then you've got it. You've got plenty of room right here. All right. So let's say I want to take these months and I want to bold them. So right now it's bolded. All months are bolded. And then let's say I wanted to put a box around these numbers. This is borders. And you can pick a light border outside, a dark outside border, or you can, this will draw all borders. So every single line will show up on this one like that. Or if I just chose this one, thick outside borders, that would make the outside borders thick. I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to, let's do that. No borders. We're going to go back to the beginning. And let's go thick outside borders. There we go. All right. And then right here, this one, you see how the words monthly budget runs into another cell? Let's say I wanted to center this across these 3 cells. So I'm going to click this cell right here, drag it over all 3 cells. So now they're all highlighted. And then I'm going to click this one right here, merge, and it's going to create one big cell and center it right there. All right. So then let's say I want to add this row. I want to add this column for October. You can do that by going over here and clicking AutoSum. Once you do that, you can see that the sum pops up down below, right? I'm going to do the same thing for the others. Click and drag. Sum. And it shows up down here. Same thing here. Click and drag. Sum. And that pops up right down there. Okay. So now I have all the months kind of added together. All right. And then let's say I'm going to put 90-day totals, right? And I'm going to do that. So I'm going to merge these 2 cells. That centers it. Okay. And let's say I'm going to take this one right here, and we actually want to do this. So cell E7, all right, we're in E and 7. This right here is formula. So I'm going to hit the formula bar here, and it says pick a category. I'm going to go sum and hit OK. And it says, okay, well, to do the sum, what numbers you want to add? I want to do B7, C7, and D7. So I'll type that in. You can type it down here, or you can type it up here. Okay, so it actually mirrors what's showing up in the cell. So I'm going to go B7, C7, and D7, and hit enter. And this is my total across here. So I'm going to, let's say I'm going to make this red, bold that, and merge this cell like that. So you saw the merging right here, okay? And that's how you do that. So now you can see how much you spent in the last 90 days, and you saw how I merged the cell. Now, let's see. Let's do one more thing before we get out of here. Obviously, this right here, if you mouse over this, it says more font options. You can play with your different fonts. Okay, and then this right here is a wrap function. So let's say I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say monthly budget for the last 90 days of 2020. Okay, and then it goes, and then I say, all right, well, I want to wrap this. I'm going to wrap it. So what it did is, now you can't really see it, but the other, these words right here are actually up top, and you can't really see it. So I'm going to drag this down, and you see how that does that? That's the wrap function. Okay, so if I didn't have the wrap function, it would still look like this. I just clicked it again, and it took off the wrap function, and now I have the wrap function back in, right? And you can go ahead and do a fill color. Let's say I want to make this yellow, and there you go. So there's a lot of different functions here, and I showed you a really simple addition type thing, which shows up right here on that little AutoSum, or you can actually just hit a cell and then hit this right here, this little f of x, and then you can go sum, average, count, whatever you want to do here. And then it kind of sets up a formula for you, and you can type in the cells that you want, right? So that's kind of easy. But anyway, so that's pretty much it for your Excel basics in 2021. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a message or, down below in the comments. Otherwise, have yourself a great day.